Welcome everyone to another video in our Bryan Fundamental series where I try to get better at Bryan day by day and bring you along for the ride. So today is our first stream having gotten God of Destruction, so I'm super stoked about that. It's glad to have some sort of positive reinforcement that things are working. I talked to Peter about it, Peter Wymau about it afterwards, and he put it in a really nice way. It's like, you know, you hear me say rank doesn't matter all the time. That's parroting what he used to say. But apparently Joey Fury once said, like, yeah, rank doesn't matter, but it's telling when you can't reach certain ranks. So it's like, it's a very, like, catch-22 thing. It's like, just because you're God of Destruction doesn't mean anything. But not being able to reach God of Destruction does mean something. And I think that was sort of gnawing at me for a while, and will continue to gnaw at me when it comes to the higher ranks. But I know that, you know, this is a journey, so we're just going to keep working on it. So last time, what we were working on was essentially almost like a final step, or like a very late step in our neutral, which is, you know, we practiced all of this observant play where we're like, okay, what do you like to do after this move? I'm comfortable just blocking. What do you like to do after this move? I'm comfortable just blocking. And then you find the habit that they like to do, and then you capitalize on it. There is another half to this, which is a lot more difficult, which is doing this on the defense. Like, defense is just like offense is not just about frame traps and jailing people. It's also about, you know, catching tendencies. So defense is the same way. It's not just about punishing moves. There is a lot of punishment that you can't leave on the table, but also it's about catching those same reads from your opponent when they're in their neutral. I'm actually going to use, now that I didn't plan to do this, but it's actually a pretty good excuse to do this, is that if we use Devil Jin as an example here, this is what I'm talking about. +8, okay? They are -8 on this move. This move comes out a lot. It is steppable. That's not really the point of what we're talking about. What I'm saying is that if this Devil Jin likes to instead do... Ooh, I should probably make him block. Let's... something like this, right? If they like to Power Crush, can I do a 4-3? No, right? But we know that they're doing this Power Crush, so maybe we'll just, like, block, right? However, if instead of doing that, they are doing something like, what would be kind of like this, right? Something like this. If I can record it correctly. Something like that, right? The Power Crush is launch, actually. So if you, like... The reason I'm getting ahead of myself, if we talk about the Power Crush, they're -8, so if I jab, it beats the Power Crush, right? Power Crush comes out at 7 frames, so when you're -8, it doesn't work. It's one of the reasons why people can't Power Crush you after a jab into a jab, if you hit them. But instead you're dealing with down back 2, your jab is going to get beaten, right? To a degree. I feel like I just hit him there, which is, I think, like an intricacy of this, but like, let's, for the sake of the argument, say like, okay, I'm afraid to my jabs, right? I'm afraid to jab. Well, they're -8. We can forward 3 anything that isn't a Power Crush here. In fact, we can 3+4 anything that isn't a Power Crush here, right? That's sort of the idea here, is that as you, like, the reason that if we look at specifically this forward 4-2 from our opponent and what they choose to do every time, it's actually no different, if you think about it, than when we successfully jab our opponent on a hit and decide to see what they do afterwards, right? What our opponents do on their minus frames is actually even more telling when they're doing it as part of their own offense, because they are more likely to know what their frames are and already have a plan for it, right? Like, think about every time I've done some nonsense after 1+1-2-1, right? Every Bryan player, I feel like, likes to do something crazy after this move. Like, this, sidestep, like, because you know you're -6. You know you're -6, and you're like, I don't want to give up my turn yet, and you do something crazy. Like, this is kind of what I mean, is like, we want if you find a single move from your opponent that is hopefully minus, and then just start paying attention to what they like to do afterwards, I think that'll be a very worthwhile exercise for getting better at being able to take your turn back in a very intelligent way as well. So that's what we're going to try and do today. I'm going to turn on the matchmaking. So essentially, to kind of recap the goal today, it's to find one move that you notice the opponent does a lot. That's step one. Like, just be like, I notice this move comes out a lot. Doesn't have to be anything more than that, but notice that move comes out a lot in neutral. Next, start blocking and paying attention to what they do after that move. And then we are going to, from there, if we know the frame's great, if we don't, that's okay. From there, we're going to craft a strategy to beat what they're doing. And that's the plan, right? And this is all in addition to our own neutral. So we're still going to be doing, you know... He did nothing, though. How about here? Side steps. He actually hasn't done a significantly different move each time yet, but he sidestepped last time, so I'm going to do 2 there. Alright, so I'm going to be perfectly honest, I haven't seen a specific move yet. But they like to do 1-1 sometimes. Nice. They stayed ducking after that back 1 hit, and now they sidestep. So I think that's what they want to do. What they want to do is sidestep when it's their turn, their time to defend, right? So actually, that double hit is actually really good for him, I think, because I think it's plus. So we can actually kind of pay attention to what he likes to do after that. Also, he doesn't finish his 1-1s, so maybe we can just 1-2-4 there. Nice block. That's crazy. That's even crazier. Oh, man. I'm really disappointed. Okay. Alright, I do have a read. It took me 4 rounds, but I noticed that they like to press buttons, specifically after doing the double hell sweep. Like the hell sweep into the mid, they tend to press right after. I don't know if that means much, to be honest. Good job, jeez. Also, I'm trying not to duck against him in particular, just because it's not really worth it against Heihachi until he gets crazy. That's bad, but oh well, it's fine. Nice. So like I said, he likes to press after that 2-hit. Also, specifically after that, is it 4-4? He's always pressing buttons right now, and a lot of them have been highs. So that's another thing. So after he does 4-4, that's the one that he's been doing a lot of. I didn't even notice until now. Side step. What the heck? Depressed, okay. Nice. Tried to sidestep into a jet up there, didn't work. I'll let him do the... Okay. Was that a punish? No, it wasn't. Oh no! That's crazy. I didn't know that's how Hell Sweep works when he's in that. That's crazy. I went for the, that's crazy. I think it's a bit of rust, to be honest. And we just, actually, I just learned something. I didn't realize that his Hell Sweeps, when he's in that state, can't be punished. That's, I didn't know that at all. That's crazy. Because he kept going even after I blocked it. That's really cool. There's that jab he does after it. Okay. There's that side set. This time he happens to press. Nice. Heihachi does get a free round each set, Moeyashi. Oh, lucky. That was also not a punch. Wow. Okay. Nice. Oops. I feel like there's a Hell Sweep. Yeah. Okay. Nice. So interesting, he actually didn't go into stance there, but if he goes into stance, I'm kind of expecting a high. Nice. Speedballs, thank you so much. He does like to randomly duck a lot. I don't know why. Oh no! That sucks for them. Oh man. And then I lost connection? Oh man. What a end to that. Is back 2-1 into Requiem better than back 2-1 up 4-2-2-2-3? Taxi stock. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's funny when that happens. I could be wrong, but I thought that any ender that has up 4-2-2-2-2-3 at the end of it, the heat version of it, is not a taunt setup. And I do think that the... Ooh, that's crazy. I Alright, we're gonna restart the game then. That's crazy. We're just gonna restart the game. But the... So because I do think there is a better one, which is back 2-1 into up forward 2-2-2-3. Just 2-2-2-3. I think that one is more damage and also a taunt setup, but I don't have the execution for it, and I haven't tried to get the execution for it yet. That one I'm not super good at. But... Ooh, Cloud Arrow. Jeez. Everything's just broken. What on earth? Everything's just broken. What the heck? That's crazy. Yeah, even my Cloud can't sync, so something is crazy. Like, something's crazy wrong. What's the... You can never get down 4-2-1 to work other than the Jimmy combo? What's the Jimmy combo in this game? Also, is Steam down? No. So I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, there we go. Let's try again. I'm trying to launch the game. Give me a sec. Yeah, okay. I think I got in a weird, like, desynced after the... Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But hey, Speedballs, yeah, the next couple videos are going to be pretty... Once they come out this week, are going to be pretty good, I feel like. They're like the GOD run. And it's... I was really happy with how those games went, to be honest. Alright. People are DDoSing Steam? It's crazy. Oh, you're talking about the Jimmy combo from Neutral that he did? Yeah. So you're just trying to figure out how to use it in Neutral? To be perfectly honest, I think of it as like a souped up but safe. It's like a safer, it's a less committal extension to down for 2. That's all it really is, Mello. Like, and it's also a punish for like obscure situations. So that's become a little bit less of a thing now that 4-1 is a punish. I think 4-1 reaches maybe even further than down 4-2-1 does. But like down 4-2-1, the reason you're doing it is like you're +5. Plus, you're literally... This is a hatchet kick situation, right? You've literally... So, hatchet kick is 23 damage, right? This is 23 damage. You've literally hatchet kicked them. Oh, you're saying, like, down 4-2-1 backsway? I think... Yeah, I think that, I mean, the backsway is there sort of just to, like, kind of see what they're gonna do, right? Like, you're basically trying to see, like, if they don't do anything to that move on block, you can definitely, like, or you can even just do it on hit, right? Like, there's, I don't think it's, like, a super strong situation. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's, Speedballs put it a lot faster than I was trying to. Like, it's gimmicky, but you can use it, right? Like, I think having some level of gimmick in your toolbox just to throw off their mental is important. What does he do here? Oh, nice. I actually walked in and he did a forward 4. I probably could have just felt him out there. Okay. Nice pressure. He was trying to go for that, Ooh, does this work? Yeah! This person's very defensive in that situation. I messed up my rage art. I messed up my rage art. It's okay. This person wants distance, interestingly enough. Good step, though. I know, I messed up my rage art. I'm gonna block. Sure. Oops. Jeez. Their wall pressure is pretty good, but I've noticed already at the wall they tend to go for that mid both times. There's that sidestep he likes to do after our stuff. Nice stuff. Okay. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm rusty. Whoa! I did it down 4. That was crazy. Alright. Bit of, like, lack of execution in some of these places. That's okay. Oh, ew. Okay, 4-4-2. Sure. Sure. There's that sidestep again into a like move. So I think if we can actually run that back again. I don't like that I got clipped by that. I don't like that I got clipped by that. I think we're just getting... Yeah, what's happening? Alright. Yeah, sidestep right duck is their panic move of choice against us. He picks the right option every time. It's kind of throwing me off. Very much throwing me off. But okay. It feels like every option I picked was like maximum punished by them. Maybe they were just further along than I was. Need more 1+2? Maybe, yeah. Must have been. I think I was being too obvious with it. That must have been what happened. They were a very fast player. I do think that one thing I want to get better at, and I don't think there's anything we can do except play more or longer, is get faster at this game. Alright, so let's go back to the basics of what we're here today. This layout, we're going to play neutral and then see what move they lead with. And see if they do it again. So that look. And they did nothing after it. That little low, they did a sidestep. I don't know if you noticed. They immediately did a sidestep to their right, our left. Oh, there's 2 hits. Okay. Leo annoys you? It's alright. What do you do here? Does that move into nothing? There's a... Okay, actually after K and K he goes for the low there. Okay. Man, Bryan's getting nerfed. Bryan's getting nerfed. Presses a button there. Okay. Oh, sure. So I think the 2 things I'm going to look at for Leo is K and K. So that they went high 2 times in a row and then a low. And then what do they do specifically after Heat Engager? There's that high again. Nice. Also, when he does that double hit, not that one, it's like a 2 mid. They've been pressing each time. Nice. Good timings. Yeah, everyone's pretty strong. Leo doesn't bother me as much in this game as it used to. Speedballs, I don't think there's many strong Leos here. I don't know if... There's actually a really good player in my local that played Leo, but I think they switched to June at this point. There's that... Oh, they didn't press this time. Yeah. I don't know if that's who they're still playing, but they were playing June at the beginning. One thing you'll notice that I don't know if you're noticing, I'm trying to not talk about it as much and focusing my headspace more on like the moves that this Leo is throwing out. But for example, at the end there, I just kind of like tested them out with this down 4, and then eventually they did press and we got a whiff punish, right? Like, I'm doing that stuff almost like subconsciously now. I'm not talking about it out loud, but it is something that, you know, if you want to look for it, it is there, right? Moyashi, I did not say hi to you. I just realized I never said hi to you. Good to see you. How have you been? The plan today, Speedballs, is we're trying to shift our observing to what our opponent's offense is. So we're trying to find moves that our opponent does and, like, pay attention to what they do after it, which is pretty difficult. But, and the goal is to just find one thing. First, I was like, one move. Then I was like, maybe we can just, as we're going, I'm almost thinking maybe it's just, what do they do after heat engage, right? Just trying to find something to look at and trying to find one thing we're paying attention to from each opponent's offense, right? Is kind of the goal. Ugh, there's some crunch. What do you do after this? Yeah, they've been pressing after that down 4. I don't know why this one is crunching. Can't believe that worked. Nice. And they are sidestepping to the right a lot in these situations. They're really trying to just like sidestep out a move that doesn't exist yet. Nice. There is a lot of crunch here despite the connection. I don't know if y'all can tell. Good punish. Okay. Go for this throw. Nice. Nice. Good punch. Good punish. Ooh, nice. Jakarta, good to see you. You were saying that it's only a matter of time. That's probably true. I suppose that's true. I have to rematch. So interestingly enough, this Law is not pressing much, right? They're looking for those punishes. That's crazy. Nice punish. Nice duck. You can tell that they're starting to hold a duck a lot longer. That's sort of like their plan. Nice. Thought I ducked. It's kind of weird that that hit me. I thought that was... No, that's a mid. Never mind. Oh, man. Oh, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. This person is making me it must be obvious. I don't know, maybe I'm playing really obvious. We're trying to open up what we do. So I'm trying to just do things that are different. You'll notice that we can't really pay attention to what they're doing because they're just constantly on defense, right? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Nice. But yeah, the delay on this one's bad. That's crazy. I just realized that, let's see if I can do this in the middle of this. I realized that you can't actually see the hit counter while I'm on right side. So let's, of the right side. So let's see if that helps some. That duck! Thank you so much, Rufus. Oh, it's bad. I'm just gonna do this and back off. Wow. We can get comfortable a little bit, like slowing down our offense. One thing that they're starting to do is mash more and more and more and more, but in response to our moves rather than as part of their own offense. Nice. Jerusalem, thanks so much for the follow. I'm trying to watch out for the slides. I'm realizing when they get like any sort of momentum, that's what they go for. Wow. Down 2 against Masters was pretty good. Where's that slide? I'm using a lot of these hatchets, you notice. Nice. Yeah, nunchucks are pretty scary once he's in heat, but they're minus 12 otherwise, which like means they only show up for a little bit. That connection was terrible. That was a really bad connection. Spawn, that was you, right? GG's. I don't know what was up with it, because like the numbers were like normal, and then all of a sudden it would be like 5 rollback. Yet both sides didn't. I never saw red. I never saw like the ping go above. It was weird. Yeah. But GG's. We stuck it through. Let go of the controller and it hit a button. Probably. I was getting tired of it too, Spawn. I am sorry for how bad that was. I don't know why that happened. Got Dragon off. Alright, what do you do? He does a jab at the start, and he does nothing after the jab. He checks us out, and then he eventually does a down forward 1 there. Okay. So after he does wall running 2, he immediately goes for that low on the first interaction. I'm already getting the feeling that this person, when they feel they are looking for their chance to fit a low in. There's a low? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I was gonna say, pressing on Bryan is not really what you want to do. Nice. He immediately goes for the wall running 2 there. I'm afraid. Ooh, that didn't make it. That didn't make it. Tekken 7, Bryan did not have all the turn concealers he has now. Good adaptation from them. They saw that I did a wall rising 2 last time after his down 2, and he goes for the sidestep that time. This person's adapting already very quickly. So one thing is that you can see they're feeling us out with those jabs, right? Dang it. Nice! Yeah, we'll see what happens to Bryan in Season 3, because I don't think he's going to be the same character, especially after winning the World Tour. He pressed there. Interesting. Nice. You can tell he's doing a lot of jabs. I'm trying to figure out what I can do against the jabs. I think down back 3 is not bad. Okay. Nice. Woo, we got it. Ha! He's really trying to, like, make us stop it. Nice. Ooh. Interesting. Good punish. Oh, that's a 12. Okay. Wait, no. That move is already 13. Never mind. I feel like I'm being caught by things. Oh no, I'm dead. They were really good. I think once we hit the God 1 players, we're going to start getting clapped. And that's okay. We're going to keep trying against them, right? But they have a lot of really tricky offense that we need to start getting used to. Like, one of the things he did that threw me off, because I was like, oh, it's my turn. He did this into jab, basically. He'd just, like, do this move by itself as, like, a spacing trap, and then do jabs. It's actually the exact same situation as choosing to do this, right? Oh, man. That was really interesting. So yeah, the spacing out, that actually would, yeah. Like, I noticed everything once I lost to it, but I didn't notice it beforehand, which is unfortunate. I want to get ahead of it. But, yeah, a player like that who's really good at, like, kind of causing you to freak out, right? Like, low, 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 low. What do you, for what, Speedballs? Like, keeping your calm, or for, or, like, being aware of spacing traps? I realize I'm yelling too, so I'm gonna tone it down. Bryan's optimal spacing. That would be interesting to talk about, yeah. ACP. I feel like... Is this person in chat? I guess not. It just looks super familiar. He's trying to get God 1. This. Whoa! This person is 2 times in a row they've woken up with a button there. Nice. I went for a spring kick. Why did I go for a spring kick? Nice. Notice how they wake up every time with a button? Also, they do 1-2 into that. What can I do to beat that? Oh my god, they're doing it again. They're just running it back. Here comes that button. See what I mean? No. Wakes up into hot knee. I like it. That's fine. Oh my gosh. These giant swings are going to be the end of me. Oh, that tracks. That's crazy. Okay. These giant swings will be the end of me. We're going to try. I can afford to get a little bit... I'm going to block. I thought I broke 1. I didn't. Oh, I didn't break 1. Oh my gosh, that beat my jab on his wake up. Nice stuff. Alright, let's see if we can run this back, because I feel like we have the pieces. I feel like we have the pieces. We just have to, like, you know, do something about it. Your knees don't quite connect how you want them to. That tracks too. They are mashing. Is that not a one break? I swear I broke one that time. Do I just suck? Oh, I'm holding two. I don't think that's right. It's not right. It's not right. Okay. I do think that we can try and space them out a little bit. With 3+4 possibly. I'm such a doofus. I saw Power Crush, I was like, go for it. Alright. I'm gonna orbital. Didn't work. What the hell? Yeah. Wow. That wasn't even real. Yeah, we'll try and power crush some because we are trying to figure out how to deal with the pressure when they're in, right? I do think we're okay with the one thing I am trying to do is get a reaction from him. Oh my gosh. Yeah, something's just I think it's just a connection or something. Oh my god, it worked! I think, Jakarta, that's probably what's happening, yeah. Oh, we almost scammed him. Man. Yeah, I think it's the connection just screwing with us a little bit. Nice done. He's got a million years to pick that up. That's funny. Am I dead? I'm dead. Yeah, that must be what's going on, but that's crazy. There's that low parry. He really doesn't like the lows, right? And we're just kind of mashing the lows a lot against it. Oh, he goes for the duck throw. Nice. Wow. That move crushes jabs too. I don't like what's going on. He dashed forward after that jab. That's crazy. That's low parry. We're get a little bit crazy in that round, steal it from him, see if they think of something else. Oh my gosh. Oh, I need to hold one, don't I? Maybe it's one? What? That beat out quarter circle back one? Okay. That didn't work. Oh man, I broke it for once. Ha! Oh my god.
Get ready for the next battle.
We got it. Oh man, that was ugly. Yeah, they were not comfortable defending. You could tell that we could run them over in that situation.
Get ready for the next battle.
Sharma, 3 in a row, right? 3 turn stealers in a row.
Round one.
Good to see you, Sharma. Sure. So, okay. I really want to see if I can figure out where the health sweeps are coming. Does a micro sidestep? That's minus 12. Okay, that's good. Just block. Oh man, it got me. You will sometimes walk into an electric. Thank you so much, Sharman. Okay. Does nothing. Does nothing again. Ha! Oh, it's so dumb. Why are we doing this? Nice. Nice. The way people play in God is actually kind of crazier than I feel like than the other ranks. Punish. Nice punish. Nice stuff. Back 2-4 into a dash. Okay. I'll probably try it in practice first. Well, I guess I'll try it on... Yeah, I'll try it in practice before I do it on a real person. Low. What does he do after that? Okay. That's pretty good. It's like 3 more damage, I think. Nice. He's less afraid to use that than he should be, probably, but means I should be looking. Good punish. Jeez, his hit rate of that move is so good. Nice. Should have expected it. Oh, I didn't break it. Oh, he didn't do the hell sweep that time. I actually ducked. Wow. Whiff electric into a move. Interesting. Okay, let's try that while standing 2 combo. Yeah, exactly, Speedballs. That's kind of what I mean, is like, the rules... Have any of y'all watched read the book by Daigo called Playing to Win? Let's turn this off actually for a second while I try this. Interesting. There we go. So that's 90 damage, and if I do the old one... Blue Sparking is so hard. So we get 3 more damage. That's pretty good. The one difference I'm seeing is that we sacrifice 3 damage for a taunt charge, and that's it, basically. But yeah, that's good to know. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyway, has anyone read Playing to Win by Daigo Umehara? Basically, he talks about the progression of skill, and he actually talks about it in a generic sense, not just in fighting games, but obviously he's coming from a fighting game, background. So what he talks about is basically says, like, when you start off, you don't know the rules. You play crazy, right? It's like the saying where it's like, the best swordsman is not afraid of the second best swordsman. He's afraid of the fool, because he has no idea what he's going to do, and he might get lucky, right? It's kind of like that with fighting games too, where it's like you very much start, you don't know what you're doing, you're just kind of flailing, and then you start learning these rules, and you learn more rules, and you keep learning more and more and more and more rules of like, oh, here's a frame trap, this is a spacing, this is a throw break, this is a, when it's your turn, you should block, when it's your turn, you should, take a mix-up because your opponent's going to block. And if it's not your turn, you should block because your opponent's going to mix you, and you should guess the mix-up, and then you're like, oh, I should look for tracking, I should do for this, I should do for that. And then finally you hit what they call, like, mastery, right? It might be Sharman. I thought it was Play to Win or How to Win, but it's whatever book that he, like, what he wrote, basically. I thought he called it Playing to Win. So... Yeah, exactly, Speedballs. Like, you can kind of, like, get one over on the God player, because the God player, will get thrown off from time to time. You're not going to win most of the time, but you might get lucky, right? But what's interesting is that you hit this certain point where you know all the rules. You know everything that's supposed to be happening. You are the solid book player, right? At least that's the idea of it. And then you start strategically breaking the rules. And that's where the game starts getting really interesting. And that's what we're talking about, right? The layers of mind games is like, oh, he knows that I know that he knows that this is +8. You should take a mix-up. Therefore, I'm going to do this, because the mix-up's going to be these two things, so I'm going to do something really dumb. I'm going to press a 20 frame, I'm going to snake edge when I'm -8, because in this one situation, I bet you it's going to work. And it gets very crazy. Is the wall here? Yeah, okay. Okay. Very slow spring kick there. Right, Speedballs, and that's, I think, what I mean. It's like, if you only play by the rules against someone who only breaks the rules, I actually think that you will win over time, right? Like, the solid will be crazy over time. Okay. Oh, wow, I went for down 2 also. Nice stuff. gonna block. Just for the low, okay. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, we should start looking for these power crush opportunities. That's actually literally what the Dragunov did to us before. Yeah, exactly. Why are you trying to play chess against someone who's trying to eat the pieces? This Jin did not get to attack us much. And when they did, we got destroyed. And this is exactly what I mean. I think people get to God right now on very, very solid offense. So being able to... Wow. It's tough love. Nice. Wow, you see that turn around? Oh, didn't work. Unreal. They thought I didn't have it. Nice. Nice. He's fighting back. Wow. Yeah, they didn't know what to do. Bryan's busted.
Get ready for the
I wasn't really getting reads on what they were doing. I was just getting reads that the lows were working, so I just kept doing it. Like, just constantly working in those lows. Nah, he's just slightly good. We'll see about that. It doesn't seem like it.
get ready for the next
Dragunov,
battle.
who is a Heihachi main? Either way. Dragunov is a interesting matchup. I actually think it's very difficult, even though I have the most experience in this matchup, I feel like. But as far as, aside from the mirror, he ducked there. Whoa. He likes his side step, I'm noticing. And to the side that's actually weak. To, like for down two. Okay, that's fine. Nice. Wait, is minus 14? I thought it was 12. I'll try. Ooh, that's... Being in the corner sucks in this situation. points. I can't sidestep right there. That's also, I think, launch, but my bad. That's minus 14! This person's crazy! Ooh, he pressed there too. And it beats my throw. Okay. You can already tell that this person is, you know, like we said, everyone has very good offense at these ranks. So I have to figure out how to break through this defense. Let's find a move. This is scary. Let's find a move and figure out what they're going to do. So let's look at jab. Just like slide in the open there, that's fine. Like these stuff, I don't care about. What I care about is moves that get chained, right? Jab 1-2 into the, oh shoot, he lost it right at the end. He does that, low or mid into a low as well, I'm noticing. So I can forward 3 that. Okay, slide into slide so far. Presses, okay. Man, I can't figure out how to get out of that. 1-2 into nothing and waiting. There's the second one. He does 2 in a row. There's 2 in a row again. Alright. We're working on this. We have to remember to also keep our offense good while we're trying to figure this out. Okay. 1-2 into nothing. Does that twice. Oh man. Go for this throw. Go for this. Nice. We win if we do this right. Nice. Speedballs, to be honest, the way we do that is by making our offense second nature. I've spent 2 years perfecting Bryan's neutral offense. I've spent 2 years on this, and now I'm finally looking at defense. And because of that, I can kind of just do the offense in my sleep while I try to figure out how to defend, if that makes any sense. There's that. Okay. Nice. He does down 2 there. Nice. Thank you, Speedballs. I'm trying. We're throwing these throws out, making them think about it. Oh, man. Wow. Nice down. Nice double down for one. Nice. Wow, we did it. Rufus, I try to go to offline events. The reality is I don't.
Get ready.
It is a very different way of playing, mainly because you can see and react. When you play as much online as a lot of us probably do, going offline, all of a sudden you feel like you can do things that you couldn't do before. Like, for example, I played against an Armor King, and I was like, oh my god, I'm just 10 framing every single dark upper he does, right? Every time a Mishima would like do a wind godfish, I could get a 10 frame punish on it. Offline. But also getting used to like the difference in your execution also takes a hit too. Because everyone kind of gets used to like playing with a certain amount of delay, and the speed change of offline is different. That's fine. Does one. Is that safe? Good step. Nice. You can tell that he's trying to like get what's going on. I'm dead here. But he's trying to get something going. He's trying to like do his offense, see what I do, right? Nice. It is a very different mental state, but only if you like worry about the tournament. I like the way they play so far. I feel like I could have killed him there, but I didn't know what to do. This is actually a good time to throw a lot more down twos out because they're trying to use these down twos to win. Their down twos to win the interactions. Thank you so much, Eric. Get up. Oops. Good step. Uh-oh. Couldn't step it.
Round 4. Fight.
Stay on the ground for a second. Does too. I like it. I think going to the left is getting me into a lot of trouble in these interactions. I should go to the right if I'm going to go. Yeah, that's probably what I need to do, Charmon. See if they attack. Even worse. Drag is pretty linear, Moashi. You're right. Drag does not actually have like some instant. I mean, Drag and Bryan off are actually very similar. Drag and Bryan. Drag and Bryan are very similar in that sense, and more than just the name. In the sense that they have very linear approach tools. But it makes them scary to deal with at that distance because you never know when they're going to do it. It's not so much that the move is busted. It's that something terrible can happen if you get counter hit by this move, right? Nice. Good stuff. Good punish. Nice. You can tell that they are just like kind of holding the block for longer, right? Adjusting their defensive timing a bit longer to account for the move, right? Uh-oh. Oh, man. Aqua Drago. Looks like I can't actually sidestep that move. Looks like I can't sidestep the overhead if it's after a 1-2. Good to know. Sure. Turn Stealer also tracks kind of ridiculously. I think a very reasonable nerf they could do is make it linear. Good. But yeah, if they just made Turn Stealer like more steppable, I think the move would become quite good. Whoops. That's 14, isn't it? Yep, I can't step it. I can't step it. I'm dead for it. Can't step it. Nice step. Nice down for 2. Wow, good stuff. Are we dead? Nice. I went for the block low, just to see. I think I'm doing that a lot, probably. I know it on paper. I don't try it, because it never comes up enough for me. But I need to start learning it. I think the previous drag was harder, even though this one just got a game. Nice. Because this one, I think, kind of struggles a little bit more on the defense than the other one did. Nice stuff. Man, how dead am I? They do the mid every interaction so far, so I guess I should stop ducking. This will be the time that I get in trouble. Alright. It is minus 14. I didn't think... I wasn't ready for it. I thought he had a counter hit. Nice stuff. Good stuff from them. Good games. The forward 3 combo. Let's talk through that. Yeah, let's see if I have it. I'm not sure if I do.
Get ready for the
Good games from them. I was a little bit afraid to do my offense on them, and I think I was slowing down. All right, so no, that time he hit me, I walked into it. Okay, so what I was thinking of actually was something like that. But I don't know actually how to get the, I don't know what comes after it in this game. Like, you can get, so, and it doesn't have to be a down, oh, it doesn't have to be a duck jab in this game. In the old game, you had to do a duck jab. I see. See, in theory I know it, but I don't actually know it. Oh my gosh, I'm doing it wrong. Something like this, basically. Yeah, so just jab. Okay, thank you, Duchess. And that's not... And Dr. Pupper, good to see you. Yeah, Pupper, I was like stuck on the old Tekken 7 route, which I do know how to do. That's funny. Nice stuff. Cool. Yeah, okay. Not bad. Not hard at all. Alright, let's turn this on. And I can do back turn 2 jab, you're saying. Yeah. Let's try that. Yeah, I'm not going to get the chance. It's funny. I've got a Leo. I don't think this is the Leo from before, but I could be wrong. Alright. Let's give him a little bit of space, but I get the feeling I don't want to be that far from Leo. So I will play closer. She does nothing after my forward 3. Good block there. Does 2 of those, though. Going for this for stability. And then getting this for the charge. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? We threw. Nice. I went for a duck. Alright. I tried to fit in a 3+4, that didn't work. Nice. They're actually pretty defensive when they're far, I'm noticing. They actually don't want to commit to anything, so we can kind of walk in to a degree. So let's see that. I'll block here. Side set. Huh. So that string probably is plus, and then they ended in that counter hit. Nice. And then we lost. But, so this is actually good practice on, like, observation. So what we just saw them do, right? We saw them go for a pretty similar sequence each time. It was low into mid. That's probably plus. That one. And both times they went for it. I wonder if I can duck the second hit. Wow, that is a very punishable move. That is -1. Leia has a very good punish of down 4. They're actually not going for it now. I can let this time out a little bit. Yeah, we can let that, we're gonna let that time out. Okay. Wow. Oh no! Man. Leo has a really good down 4 too. I sometimes find myself spacing it wrong. Nice. And again, I think I duck a lot in that situation, and they figured it out already. Oops. Shouldn't have done that. But it's -12. Nice. Wapolaskina 2026. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, Leo's down 4-2 scares the crap out of me. Everything else about Leo is kind of not as scary, but that one down 4-2 just like is really scary to deal with. At least we have a better punish for it now than we used to. Alright, so actually we just learned something. The That move is pretty plus, because I wasn't able to use Turn Sealer after the low. Okay. Good block. Oh, that's scary. Oh no! What am I gonna do here? Nice. Because the thing is, while standing 3 makes a lot of the stances, like scary in general for Leo to deal with. Okay. No! Oh, man. Man. We lost it there. Oh, I messed it up. That was dead for sure. And it was an input mess up too, which makes it even worse. Nice stuff. Nice low. Okay, we died. We died. Good games to them. It's kind of interesting because, like, I saw the lows, right? They were kind of varying it up. They did, like, they first did low into frame trap, what I thought was low into frame trap. And then they did low into nothing. And then they did low into low. And it's like I could feel us, like, moving in the phases, like, but I didn't know how to beat it. And I think, you know, that's progress that we're noticing it. And we just need to, we need to answer it now. Like, so, kind of really interesting. And you'll notice that I probably play, my aggression is like not quite as clean because I'm thinking more about the Leo's moves, right? In this case. I'm thinking more about my opponent's moves right now than mine because I'm trying to get better observing it. And we are taking a hit to our offense as a result of this. And that's okay. Oh, that's a stagger low. Okay. Now I know. Nice. Nice. Having walls will probably change this a lot. Man, what a down 4-2. That cap tracked me. Crazy. Oh, because I back forward. Nice. They're using a lot of throws as a turnaround for this situation already. I'm kind of getting a feel for that. Down 4-2. Yeah. Yeah, if you press the button, the side step's sort of like almost forfeited. I've noticed, or I've learned. Man, okay. Okay. Nice. decided to start punch pairing all of a sudden for this Leo. Bach. Man, that's crazy. So they're just holding back and it messes me up there. That's interesting. Man. This dude lives in my basement? What is the ping of this? I didn't even look at it. Oh my god! That's hilarious. Gotta check on my wife, see if she's a Leo main. Sure. Oh my god. Wow. Woo! Wow. Not what I meant to do, but sure. Nice. Wow, that was so lucky. That's not what I meant to do. That's cool. Nice. We got the revenge. So one thing I was looking at was just trying to figure out when the K, like they were getting a little bit, the K and Ks were starting to get a little bit less scary. They weren't going for lows, but I was just holding the duck to see. But I was just like kind of not able to figure things out. One thing I noticed was that after this, they actually went straight for the sweep because this puts people in crouch. There's actually a kind of this weird double-edged sword with a mock kick, where if you're playing against a character that has a really good crouch mix-up, putting yourself at -9 and them in crouch is like the scariest thing you can do. Like, I think the best example of this is like using a mock kick against an Ana, or even using it against like Julia in Tekken 7. But Leo can do it too. So like, it's kind of interesting that you put them in that situation and they're immediately going to go for like a sweep or something. I'm going to have to remember that for next time. Oh, look. We summoned the Ana, and it's spawn again. I think there's a layer of mind games you can do here, but like it's still scary to think about. Hey, this is a better connection, right? Isn't this? Okay, finishes it. Nice. Be gone, demon! We summoned it. We spoke it into existence. Ooh, you can step that. I actually did not know that. Just get him to the wall here. Nice. I don't like that. Good timings. I'm definitely throwing out more moves than I need to. I can probably come in and just like fill them out with with some movement. was a bit weird. Ooh, step. Good duck. I don't even think that was a punish. That's crazy. Oh, that tracked that way. Okay, so I have no idea. What a ridiculous move. Nice. 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 Good shit. I'm trying to play close. That may be the end of me. But I feel like Anna has some pretty good like moves that are like further away. So as long as I deal with the stepping. Nice low parry. Nice. So that's the danger of ducking there. I'm learning some of the what is it? The game theory of this matchup still. Charmon, bad habit. Thanks for the follow spawn, by the way. Just a bad habit, Charmon. And it's 1 extra damage, so I've never really like spent a whole lot of mental effort doing it better. There's 2 hits. I wonder. Huh. Nice. I can respect that. Scary. Oops. Nice. Juga, good to see you. I bet I missed a punish there. What is going on? Man, that's safe. Can't believe I did that. Oh, that beats a jab. That's really good. This is a scary character. I already knew that, but this is even scarier playing against it. Wow, tracks again afterwards. That's crazy too. Okay. I got at least that. I don't know what else I get. I don't know what else I get there. I feel like those twin pistons look like their launch. It just kind of, given the way Anna is, I feel like I probably can go for a launch there. But, oh well. That's my intuition. Good games, Spawn. Much better connection that time, too. Alright, we're going to do one more. Yeah, while standing 2-1. I thought it has to be minus 14. But maybe, just because I've never seen anyone, like, use it in neutral. So it must be, or 1-2, rather. Yeah. Tuga, your down 4 is causing hate. That is exactly what you want. You do not want... It's minus 12! No wonder people hate her. That's crazy. I guess that's fair, but that's crazy. I guess she's got better mid options out of crouch if she's trying to mix. I guess that's the reason, right? Because the freaking bazooka, like, sideswipe or whatever. I don't know the frames of it, but I figure it's safe. Yeah, down 4, the whole point of is fighting games are not about making friends, right? This is not a sparring game. This is a fighting game. Scary as hell. I did learn that the double hit there is actually launched, so I'll at least keep that in mind. Learned that in the finals, watching low high. Exactly. No friends, only victory. Ooh, nice. I thought I backed up and caused like a realign, but it did not. Wow, that's broken. That was supposed to be crap. Well, we'll do it 10. Nice side set. Spawn is varying up what they do against our back ones and hatchets, which makes it hard for us to. It makes it hard for us to get a really strong like follow up there. Scary. What is that follow-up? That's booty bomb? Nice. Oh my god. That was intense. We are playing entirely on instinct here, unfortunately.
Round 1. Fight.
Unreal. I cannot do that move. I suck. Nice, nice, nice. Hello, Rambo. Good to see you. Juga, specifically against Mishimas, the kind of the broken low is down back 3 because it goes under a lot of their really good moves. You can kind of use it to steal your turn against them. You can kind of use it to steal your turn against Mishimas because it goes under the electrics, goes under the 1/1s. So like, and then from there you can kind of like make them think about. You can make them think about like the follow-ups, right? Where is my turn? That's crazy. And I don't mean that like rage, as in like, I'm confused. Alright. Cool. I think mainly I'm just focusing on dealing with like what they do and not worrying as much about the defense because it's going to be hard to deal with. Alright, now Hatchet and Back One have been disrespected twice in a row. Nice throw. Oh, is this a chain? Okay, no, it's not. Oh, I can't punish it like that. Okay. I was like trying to jet up or the second hit, but I think I have to wait till the last hit then. Or, I don't know. I think the last hit probably causes a... the last hit probably causes a crouch state, so I probably have to wall rising one hit. Maybe snake edge it. Nice. Nice. Pressing in, okay. Nice. Nice. Oh man, no. Oh, we got it. Good enough. Nice stuff. Good stuff, Spawn. I'm learning about Anna, definitely. Very slowly but surely. Alright, I think we can call it here. We are basically at time. So, GG's, GG's. Alright. Let's talk about this. Every single time I do one of these sessions... Walk right more? Okay, I'll try that. Every time I do one of these sessions, when I try to play defensively, it's a failure. It is a complete failure. I don't know how to do this, to be perfectly honest. And I think all we're gonna do next time is that I'm gonna have to make this as like basic as possible. I think it needs to be something as basic as possible. Like, we're going to say when they heat engage, right? Heat engage. Heat engage has a long intro. It's huge. We're on the defensive, right? We're going to pay attention to what they do. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to start with heat engage, get used to seeing what they like to do on heat engage. After that, we can keep going. But I think that that's the issue here, is that like figuring out what we're going to look at becomes very difficult. And I feel like I get really like lost in the sauce because I'm like, do I pick that move? Do I pick that move? Do I pick that move? And there's two ways to think of this. There's either what do they do on a heat engage, or just pick one move and stick with it for the rest of the fight. And if they never throw it out again, fine. You know what I mean? I think that's sort of where I'm at with this and what I want to try for next time. So, stay tuned for tomorrow, and we will keep doing it more. Wake Up Knee is probably good too for like defensive stuff against Anna. That's probably a good point as far as like matchup stuff. So appreciate that. But hey, good stuff. We'll just get right back to it tomorrow. So that being said, let's do our YouTube sign off. If you're coming from YouTube, be sure and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow. We really love seeing new people show up. And if you ever want to watch it live, it's going to be at twitch.tv/Vaughn. Type it. That's VONTIBAN. We stream Tekken Bryan's Saturdays and Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Time, so come check us out there. The first hour is a labbing session that I try to be regular with, and then the next 2 hours is this sort of structured learning that we take into ranked to try to get against real opponents. If you didn't catch any of that, all of that is down in your description down below, as well as a link to our Discord and a link to my punishment guide that I'm working on for Bryan, and drilling punishment as well. So come check all that out. Join our community of like-minded players trying to get better at the game together, and let's grow together. So that being said, thank you so much for watching this, as always, whether or not it's live or in the recording. I hope this has been useful for your Bryan journey or any other character that you're playing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.